What's up, dollheads? Welcome back to another video. So today we are coming to you from the toy room because I haven't made a video in here yet, and it's always fun to be able to look in the background and see all the fun things that people collect. So this is the section that is kind of the more not super vintage, modern, and we have modern ish over here, and then we have like kind of some 80s 90s stuff here, some of which was mine when I was a kid, so that's always fun. So today I'm just gonna kind of do like an overall haul video. So in the last month or two, I've had pretty good luck acquiring some stuff from there was a toy show and there was a doll show, and where the toy show is held is where the flea market is as well. So usually we'll hit that and then we'll go out to the flea market and take a look around. And sometimes I don't find anything at the toy shows, but then I find something at the flea market. So it's always fun. And there's a lot of stuff to go through. So I am going to kind of buzz through a few things. There's a lot of stuff that I have not pieced together or cleaned up or whatever, and then there's some stuff that like is going into my collection that I've already put out on display, but I gathered together for this video. So um, I guess let's see, we'll do a couple loose dolls and then I'll show you like the lot of stuff that I got. So at the flea market, I did pick up a baby face doll, which anytime I find one of these, I'm always going to pick it up, no matter what the condition is, just because they're so cute and people love to collect them. And there's a lot of people that can restring these and restore them and put new outfits on them, like custom outfits, and they look fantastic. So I always make sure I pick these up because I know collectors love them, and if they're in good condition, guess what? They end up on my shelf. So this girl, not in great condition. This is Natalie. Which in my opinion is the scariest looking of the baby face dolls. Some of them do look kind of crazy. I think she's kind of the craziest looking one of them all, but these dolls are just so cute. She needs to be restrung. Her limbs are horrible. I think her head was like backwards when I found her, and her hair is terrible. She doesn't have her original outfit, obviously, but I don't know if this is a baby face outfit or not. They did make little fashion packs, so it could be. It does fit her very well, but yes, babyface Natalie, very cute. And this is another one that I always pick up when I see him. This is totally hair, and her hair is just disastrous. Her hair accessory is like embedded into it, so she's gonna take some work. But she does still kind of have some crimping in there, so I think as long as I don't use a brush, which if you remember in one of my prior videos, I discussed like don't brush these. If you have like an old Barbie pick, or probably even like kind of a wider comb, like don't use the super fine stuff. But yeah, brushing will turn this into even more of a mess. It'll just be a giant poof. But if you can use a pick and just gently work on it, usually the crimps will kind of reveal themselves. So yeah, totally hair. Always pick her up. And she does have her original earrings, which is a big plus. She does not have her ring, which is unfortunate. And then I'm guessing that she's wearing some kind of a fashion of some kind. I don't recognize this one, but yes, totally hair. Always pick her up, especially if they're a bargain, which these two dolls were very reasonably priced. So can't go wrong there. And actually, I'm going to show you these two. So I did pick up some Flatsy dolls. So these two, I think, came from the flea market, and then this one came from the doll show, and she's super duper cute. The thing I find with Flatsies is like restoring them is sometimes kind of difficult because you can alter the way that they originally looked, so it's easier just to kind of leave the outfits on and kind of fluff up the hair a little bit, because sometimes you take the outfits off, they start falling apart and stuff, but they look great usually if you can find them in their original condition. Usually the outfits look really good. So yeah, she'll need a little bit of hair work. And then these girls are definitely TLC. They're dirty, and their bending stuff is a little off. They're a little warped. This girl, I think, some of these came with like little play sets, so I think she's a chef and she probably came with like a little chef themed play set or whatever. And then this girl's wearing a little bathing suit. She might have come with a play set too. So we will research these girls, but yes, definitely more like reasonably priced stuff. So always fun to pick them up. And even if they don't end up in my collection, I know somebody else will appreciate them. And you know, when I list stuff on eBay, I try not to go overboard with the prices. You know, I kind of let the market dictate, like auction wise and all of that. So yeah, it's you gotta share what you find. You know, if you get it for a good price, it's like just let it go. You know, you don't always have to be like scalping stuff. Like, oh, I got this for $1, but I'm gonna sell it for $100. Like, I mean, it's a doll community. We all need to be sharing our fun finds. So, uh, so when I walked the flea market after the toy show, I only found a couple of things at the toy show, but uh, there was a guy who had a booth at the flea market, and there were these two big boxes that were up front that had a bunch of Barbie stuff. One of them was mostly like mod, Barbie, Dawn type stuff. And then the other one looked more like modern stuff. So I was kind of picking through because I thought, you know, it'd be like individually priced or whatever. But the guy was like, no, $25 for each. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely taking the vintage one because there's lots of good stuff in there. So, and I really didn't know. I only kind of glanced. I saw, you know, there's a couple Barbies in there and stuff. I said, all right, it's got to be worth it for $25, right? But there was a bunch of stuff in there. So I will show you guys that in a minute. But I want to show you guys the box that it was in. So this is the lid for the box, and this print is just amazing. If this is not the epitome of like 70s style design, I don't know what is. Like, I'm probably gonna at least keep this part and I mean use it as like a backdrop or something because that is just sweet. Like, I might just set it on the shelf behind the dolls because it's just so vibrant and so cool, and the colors are so like 70s looking to me. So that was fun, even though the box itself is like falling apart and the lid is separate. Like, it's very cool. And oh my goodness, this box is heavy. It is heavy. So this is the box. Over here, there's a little drawer, so there's all kinds of goodies in there. So for the most part, what's left in here is stuff that I have yet to identify or clean up, with the exception of like the Barbies. There's a couple pieces in here that are worth showing off. So the dolls that were in here, a couple of the dolls that were in here, this is, I think, a quick curl. I guess I'd have to brush her hair to know for sure because you can usually tell the texture and her hair is real matted. So I'm pretty sure this is a quick curl. As per usual, her leg has fallen off. That's a normal thing. But her knees do bend very well. And I think with the bath that she is going to turn out really nice. I don't necessarily collect these ones just because the face, I'm kind of picky about the faces, and some of these look very muted. I like a more vibrant face, generally speaking. So yeah, there's her. And then there was also a loose talking Barbie head, which this is actually great. I mean, you want to talk about like original condition. The hair is very nice. The rubber bands, the original rubber bands are kind of still in there, and they, you know, dry ride it out, but there is an original ribbon in there, and yeah, you could definitely just pop this on another body and would look fantastic. And I guess they gave up on her body, but she does have some legs. So I know I've seen recently where there's some collectors that are like Frankensteining their vintage dolls together, like getting pieces and like discarding the stuff that's rough and putting stuff together. So good job. Thank you for rescuing stuff that doesn't need to go into the trash, but you know, like, I can't do anything with these legs, but I clean them up and somebody will do something with these legs. And they're, I mean, other than being dirty, like, they're in pretty good shape. You know, we've got some bending knees. The toes aren't chewed or anything. They're just grimy. So I'll have to clean those up. There's like a bunch of like Hodgepodge shoes in here that I haven't identified. There is this cute little white shoe, which I'm sure goes to Francie or Barbie or something, because that does look legit. And then there's some heels that are clone, little white heels. And then there was a whole slew of these yellow boots, which I did a little bit of research, and I think I think a lot of Maddie Mod outfits came with these yellow boots, and I think that that's probably the majority of the clothes in here are Maddie Mod, which again, I have not fully identified. And then there's some cute little purses in here, which again, I think these are all Maddie Mod. So this little yellow purse has an actual metal chain on it. And you know, finding these little purses is always great because sometimes some little child has tucked some shoes or like a little necklace inside, and you find some real gold mines inside of some of these little purses. So definitely fun. Yeah, I have a couple of them. This one's broken, but there's a whole slew of hangers in here. There's some Barbie combs in here. There are some little mommy made sweatery type of things. Definitely like vintage print outfits. This looks familiar to me. I think I might have had this at one point in time, but again, it's got to be like a clone or a bigger doll. Could be a Tammy thing, maybe. I don't think it has a tag on the inside. And yeah, again, I'm going to have to identify them, but I'm pretty sure, like, I think this is a Maddie Mod outfit. And these little plastic raincoats, I think Maddie Mod had a few of these. And some cute little orange and white polka dot pajamas. There's a little Barbie book in here. Those are always fun to flip through. You discover some fashions you've never seen before sometimes when you flip through those books. And then there's this, which I did see as a Maddie Mod. This is like a faux leather outfit. So it came with a vest and a little skirt, a jacket or a raincoat, and the belt was in here as well, which, you know, as I was going through this stuff, like there were belts, shoes, little accessories. Like some of the outfits that I got are complete, which is awesome. So yeah, I think that's about it for this box. It's all just kind of random hodgepodge stuff. It's fun to look through. Definitely needs to be cleaned up. And then over here are some pieces that I did kind of go through. I haven't fully cleaned, but the stuff that I know, you know, I know what it is. So there was the red dress coat for, what is this, Silk and Flame? Don't come for me when it comes to names of Barbie stuff. I do my best. There's a lot of things I remember. There's some things I'm like, maybe this, maybe this. This is, I believe, for the JCPenney, what is it, Pink Premiere, I think, which I've found some of these jackets in the past, and even though I'm sure when it was new, it was stunning, a lot of time if you find it in its played with condition, they're usually pretty rough. Like, it's a satin material. The colors do fade very easily. They're not easy to clean up. Usually there's little moth holes or tears in them, and you know, with that material, it gets very wrinkly. These are, in my experience, these are kind of a tough thing to clean up. So as much as I would love to actually have this outfit, I won't hang on to it just because it's hard for me to clean up, and I don't want to ruin it. I have ruined some of these in the past, so Mandy does not touch those any longer. We let that go on to a real professional, not somebody that's just, you know, stumbled their way through doll collecting. So we do have the Talking Barbie top and bottom, which the bottoms are actually not in bad condition. Sometimes you find these and they're extremely faded, or the elastic is in really terrible condition. It's hard to get them back onto the dolls because even if the elastic's good, you put it on the doll and you've just like stretched out the elastic. So that can be a little tough. And what else? Oh, I always find these little strings of pearls in like doll boxes, random doll boxes, because, you know, people use them to make little Barbie necklaces and stuff. So those are always kind of cool. And I found this sweater, which I have not identified yet. It looks legit. You know, it's not mommy made, I don't believe, but it is knit, and it's got like really tiny ribbing to it, and it's very cute. So chances are good somebody's going to be wearing that at some point. We have some bathing suits. We have the Marlowe Flip bathing suit. We have a Skipper bathing suit. And I know I have the complete Midge blue bathing suit. So yeah, just kind of a random blending of things. Some sort of random little table. And actually in this box I did put the Tootie outfit that I was showing you guys when I was doing my cleanup video. So, you know, it's important to be transparent in the collecting community, because, you know, people ask you questions about stuff and you're like, oh yeah, I've tried this thing and it worked, but you know, you have to also show things that didn't work. So this this little Tootie top that I was showing you guys, the cleanup, the red in the top part of the top was very bleedy. Lots of red was coming out every time I rinsed it. Like, it just would not stop with the red coming out, and it did kind of stain the white part of it, which I got the white part cleaned up, but the red is super faded now. So this is for me. So I have some professional powdered fabric dye that I use when I make like tie-dyes and stuff. And so I may end up trying to re-dye this, because I believe that I have a red that is a good match for the bottoms. So yeah, I think at some point I am going to try to re-dye the top and see if I can get it to be displayable. And then there was also like Barbie stands, like the 70s style, where the legs kind of snap into the sides or whatever. There's a clear plastic one. And there were also some Dawn stands in there as well, which are cool. But I've not really had good luck getting these to display the dolls properly. I usually just get the smaller Kaiser stands for Dawn, because I think it looks better. Not a big fan of having to stick these plastic pieces up into the foot, because I'm afraid I'm going to damage the foot. And these are warped. Like, they're so small that if it's not completely flat, like, you put the doll in there and it just tips over. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to use any of those. Oh yeah. And this is from that Sears exclusive set, which I do have already. And there were some other little like blue bottoms that I found that I think go with, what are they called? Dolly Darlings? It's not this one, but I think there's another little pair of pantaloons. So yeah, just a bunch of awesome little pieces that I think are going to clean up well. So let's see. I did win a door prize at the doll show, which usually if you stay long enough at the doll show, you're going to get some kind of door prize. So I picked, it's not in here, this is the card that goes with it, but it's a handmade dress for a Ginny doll, which I do not have. I like Ginny. I at some point will acquire a Ginny, but I don't think that I'm going to have a Ginny collection, so I'm still waiting to like get the Ginny doll, the one that speaks to me. That will be the one Ginny doll that I have. So, but yeah, this is made by a lady called Maureen Steurer, Steurer, for the Madison Area Doll Club in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. So that's kind of fun. That traveled a long way. Some collector somewhere acquired this, maybe went to the show, and ended up in my hands. So I put it on my Susie Sad Eyes because I did not have her original dress, and the one that I had her in was cute, but it was very dull, and I think that this is a lot more fun and kind of appropriate for her. So it's a little bit big on her, but it has the ribbon, so you just kind of, cinch that closed, and yeah, she looks very cute. So that worked out very nicely. And then also at the flea market, I found this little lemon meringue strawberry shortcake doll. And I knew that it wasn't the original, because I have the original and I knew it looked a little bit different. But it was a bargain price. And when I looked it up, this is actually the reproduction that I think came with strawberry shortcake, which, if you guys haven't seen the reproduction dolls, they are actually fantastic. Like, as far as being true to the originals, like, the outfit might have changed a little bit, but like the doll itself, the scale of the doll, the face of the doll, like everything looks great on these reproduction dolls. So do recommend if you want to get a strawberry shortcake doll. The reproduction ones are actually very nice. So yeah, I wasn't mad at it. Like, she was I think $1. So I said, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then I also picked up this weird little thing. I haven't fully identified this yet. I'm gonna guess that this was like a roadside, like souvenir novelty type of thing. It's stuffed with hay or something. It's crunchy sounding. But my goodness, like this is so cute. He's got little gun holsters on the side and little cowboy boots, and he was very clean. I mean, I still had to kind of wipe him down a little bit, but yeah, I mean, he is just very cute. If you guys know what this is, let me know. I've seen pictures of other ones that look similar to this. It does say Japan on the back, TKR. So I don't know. I don't know where this came from, but it came home with me because he was very cheap and so cute. So weird looking and so cute. I could not leave him behind. Okay, so now I guess we are into the stuff that I got for myself for my own collection. So in the big box of awesome fun stuff, there were Dawn dolls with Dawn outfits. So I got myself a long locks, and I believe this is her original dress. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but she still has her little makeshift tape contraption around her head to fix her hair. And I decided I was just going to leave it on for a little while because the hair is pretty, you know, kind of sticking up and stuff. So I'm just going to leave it on there for a little while and give it some time while it's on display. And then I'll check it in a little bit and see if it's still kind of fly away. But she's great. And there was actually like a whole bunch of Dawn shoes, which is great because they're really tiny and like they were pairs. I don't think I had a single one in there that was just a single shoe. Like everything was in pairs. So that was great. And then there was Glory, which I love Glory. And yeah, shoes, original dress, and she has the same tape contraption on her head because, again, her hair was a little bit crazy. So we're just going to leave them like that for a little while. There was also a, oh my gosh, rock flower? Yes, these are rock flowers. So these were like the Mattel version of Dawn, and she's in pretty good shape. Oddly enough, I actually had her top from ages ago from some Dawn lot, but she had her pants in this box, so that was cool. I had the pants, and then I just put some, I guess, Dawn or whoever, this might be clone, shoes on there, but yeah, she's very cute. I have a Rock Flowers case. That's what I keep all my Dawn dolls in. So this is actually my first Rock Flowers that I've kept. I've had them come through my hands before, but I didn't really have their outfits, and you know, they're okay. They're fully bendy like a Gumby, so that's kind of weird. They're sort of difficult to make them look natural, or like, I don't know, their legs always kind of look like they're a little weird. So, but yeah, she's very cute. So I was happy to get her. And then there were some other Dawn outfits in there and stuff. So those have been bagged and put away. But there were some really nice ones in there too. And there were actually some of the Dawn booklets that show the fashions. And what else? Yeah, it was just a whole bunch of awesome stuff. Oh, there was the little body stands that you can like display the outfits on. There was some of those in there too. So yeah, just lots of really fun stuff. There was also a Dolly Darling, which I've had come into my hands before. I don't know if I've had this particular one. I think she's called Technicolor. But these are very cute. They all have the same pose, but they're so tiny, and they have their little tiny outfits and stuff. And she had her original little bow still attached to her head. So again, she cleaned up really nice. And I don't have any of these. I've had them come through my hands, but I've sold them all. So I decided this one was going to end up in my collection. She's very cute. Uh, and I guess we'll stay in the Dawn vein. So these are not new dolls, but these are new outfits that I actually bought off of somebody on Facebook, which I don't do that too often because there's a lot of weird things that happen on Facebook as far as like scammy stuff, people complaining and drama, and Facebook doll communities are kind of toxic. Some of them are very positive, but there's some that just seem to thrive off of drama. So usually I kind of steer clear, but very reasonably priced in my opinion, and fantastic outfits. So this I believe is called like Silver A Go-Go, something like that. There's a gold version as well. It comes with the little dog, and it's just super cute. It's got a little belt and a little purse, and this Dawn, she really needed something to wear, so very cute on this one. And the name of the outfit right now is escaping me, so don't come for me. But I put Dale in this one, and let me just tell you, these little stockings, what a pain in the neck to put on the legs, because they're so fragile and so tiny. But gosh, they look so awesome. So yeah, Dale needed a new outfit. She was wearing some kind of clone thing, and it was okay, but she really needed to spice it up a little bit. So she got the new outfit, which is great. Okay, so that was it for Dawn. So also at the toy show, I've never seen one of these before, but sometimes the impulse just speaks to me, and I have to do it. So this is a Brownie Scout doll that's made by F&B. And I think she was like 30 bucks or 35 bucks or something, but oh my goodness, you want to talk about cute, and looks like she came right out of the box and just went on somebody's shelf. So guess what? She went on my shelf. And that's where she's going to stay because she's so cute. Very, very cute. I also found a couple of Tooties. I think one was at the toy show and one was at the doll show. And I'm a sucker for Tooties, especially if they're a good price. So this one got a little teddy bear. She's very cute. And this one I have not cleaned up yet, but I will be. She is wearing a Tootie outfit. She has no bottoms on, so she will have to be putting something else. And she's a little more loose. Her head is kind of a little wobbly, but she'll still look good on display. Obviously, her arms still bend. The legs, 9 times out of 10, the legs are not going to bend, but sometimes the arms do. So she's in good shape. All right. I also got a Baby William. So these are Matchbox dolls, which obviously they come in a little box that looks like a matchbox. And I had one of these growing up. I think it was my sister's that I acquired. Mine is pink or red, I think, and this little one is green, but I've never had one that's in the box, and these are just super cute, and they look great on display, so definitely had to pick that up. Also at the toy show, there was a vendor that had just like a bunch of weird stuff that was on like a big card in a plastic bag, and you just kind of rifled through it like you were looking through like comics or CDs or something. And I found this old Valentine's card, which I don't know if any of you guys collect anything like this, but it was very inexpensive, and my gosh, so cute. On the back it says, "To the one I love, Ruby." So cute, right? It just fits in with the collection stuff. Like, oh my gosh, the colors and the style of the art is just, it's so great. All right, so this doll is not a new doll, but her outfit, it's also not new. Like, I had this outfit before, but I did not have this outfit in as good of condition as it is. And again, the name is escaping me. It's a well-known mod outfit, but it was complete. Even with the stockings, like there were several pair of stockings that were in the box, the big box, with the shoes and everything. So yeah, Hair Fair swapped her out, and she ended up in this outfit, and she looks fantastic. Again, the stockings, man, what a pain in the neck they are to put on, but so much fun. All right, and the last one I'm going to show you again is a pre-established doll that acquired a new outfit. So the Maddie Mod raincoats and stuff, I've had those come through my hands before, but I always wanted one that had the separate hood that had like the face cut out on it. Because that is just such a bizarre, like, alien space astronaut looking weird thing. And I've seen actual pictures of models wearing outfits that look like this. So when I found this outfit, it's complete, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Again, I forget what the name of it is. I have it saved on my phone somewhere, but these are just so weird. I stuck it on my bubble cut because why not? And of course the green boots. It has this giant clunky purse and the little closed umbrella. But man, what a weird 70s model looking outfit that this is. It's just great. I love it. So yeah, I was super excited to get this as well. So that is it for dolls, clothes. The last thing that I want to leave you guys with is the bubble cut head that I showed you in my last video with the CLR. So she got stuck over in the corner on the sink and has just been resting there. So I have not opened her. I have not added more CLR. That might be completely dry in there. But I wanted to open it up today, and I wanted to we can take a look together and see if the effort was worth it. So she's still wrapped up in her plastic, and I do have some tweezers to remove. I'm going to remove the cotton. I probably won't remove the thread that I put through her ears just yet. All right, so can't tell. It might still be a little moist. I'm not going to touch it with my hands. That's for sure. Ooh, it looks good. All right, the lighting in here is terrible. I apologize for that, but I am going to, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh guys, it looks so good. Oh, can you see? There is like no green, and it does not look faded. Oh my goodness. This is probably the most successful treatment that I have ever done. In fact, I'm probably going to go ahead and pull the strings out and clean her up because, wow, that looks fantastic. I have to wonder if the string through the ears is really the determining factor, but this is fantastic. And it's been, what, a month? And I just let it rest. I didn't touch her at all. I did not add any more. So, yeah, sometimes it works out, guys. That is great. That is great. So yeah, this is a super long video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.